Bhairava Kalike Namostute. Om Namo Bhairavaya Namo Namo Om Namo Bhairavaya Swaha. Jai Madhya. Jai Madhya. Jai Madhya. So good morning, and we are back on yet another video. So I had decided to not post videos for quite some time. Apparently embracing physicality, I thought that I'll take a little bit of rest and focus more on the content that is already there and how to disperse it enough so that it can reach more people, because this channel right now is like that shadow within Bhairava Sadhana itself. Like there is Bhairava Sadhana that is completely burst out on the internet, and then this channel is here in its shadow. Okay, that is a concept of analyzing your physical life itself. Any part of your personality or anything that causes, as a sadhaka, anything that causes mild irritation or makes you just take notice and makes you say I do not like that, no, I generally don't like that. You need to go deeper into that. You don't have to be public and in front of everybody. You need not say that, you have given me a great hint onto something that I need to quest after and all that. You don't have to do. But within yourself, you cannot have duality. And that's these so-called shadow aspects that are none other than duality itself. So for example, let's say that there are 5 colleagues. And one of the, of course, how does a colleague who is continuously buttering up the boss and all that, that is a different story altogether. But this example is different. There are 10 colleagues and you are all in a meeting, and let's say some higher officials are there from the management, and they ask a question, and one of the colleagues alone volunteers and walks up right and presents a very good presentation, or gives puts some effort to create an impression in their mind. There are 2 ways for it. One is like simply they praise the management just to get some promotions or some hikes and all that, or some leeway, some mileage. That is, we don't need that, throw them out. The other kind will be somebody who grabs the opportunity, has done the research and put the effort in order to project a certain image in the management's mind so that they grow. Now this, when you see this, when the other 10 people are sitting and in the conference room, this person has volunteered and has clearly made an effort also to make themselves eligible for this that moment of glory, that moment of limelight. Does that create a little bit of irritation within you? Like you're all like talking among yourself that why is this person like this? See, she's so over smart, he's so over smart, he's trying to grab it, and all this sort of gossipy things. Though you do it in public and all, but when you're sitting in private, analyze this a second, because this is your personality, this is your psyche, this is your jiva trying to tell you that is something the physical body is not following after. This is a hint that your jiva is telling you that you need to work on that specific aspect because you wish or you wanted to actually be there, right? These sort of hints will always keep showing up. Just like that, this channel has been playing the role of a shadow in the Bhairava Sadhana realm itself. People do not come here because it doesn't sit in the specific formats. It doesn't work in the specific ideas that they are used to, wherein they expect that somebody from a famous background or a famous interviewer or a channel with 80 lakhs or 1 crore followers need to interview it. They forget that this channel has something very unique. They will have to zoom the screen a little bit, and they will find why it is very unique, and why today number of people who might look at the Devi's Vigraha at Dakshineshwar, if it is today morning, if 5,000 people have looked into it, I can assure you that I can show you insights and statistics that I have used the algorithms in such a way that I have made use of the modern technology called Facebook, modern technology called internet, to such a way that I have ensured that in a day, minimum 30 to 40,000 people are looking at this Vigraham and visualizing Devi Kalika in this Then what did I do? The more you look at it, the more you visualize. It is basic psychology of how a deity chooses to imbibe a specific piece of Vigraham. I have basically used the algorithms on Facebook in such a way that more than Dakshineshwar, more than Kali Ghat itself, more than any AI generated image, this Vigraham is the most viewed, watched and meditated upon photograph on earth of Ma Kali today, on earth, in a single day. So how Facebook algorithms work is that if you find, say, 500, Facebook has been trying to pull down the visibility of it because that page is going berserk and like it is just bursting out. So if you find 1,000 likes on a specific photograph of her that I have put on Facebook, which I do every day, minimum would be anywhere between 5 to 10% of that would have viewed that photo, okay, and not taken an action. So others would have simply scrolled through but visualize her for a second. So everything put together, anywhere between 20-25,000 is a minimum hit per day, and it is not repeat audience alone. Everybody is seeing it. So all sort of mixed up mumble jumble, just breaking down the designs of Kali Purusha in such a way, just going through that path and just trying to do this. And she has given me a specific adesh by putting my throat down. She made me realize that what if your throat is no longer around? What if a state comes where you are no longer able to talk? Then what will you do? This she put in my head, and I told her that I fought with her and said that you have taken my throat only, my small channel. Shanishwara's influence is such that he wants me to bring it from scratch. I had to do it from zero, but you are not sending me an army. And she said, you foolish fellow, you are the one who's not using an army. I will send it to you. Next day morning, a young chap, a smart chap, texted me, and he's working on one of the top organizations on let's not go, let's maintain his privacy. In one of the topmost organizations that is involved in manipulating the social media space and all that, and he told me that he will cut these videos, and he sent it to me. This took about 12 hours of manifestation. Okay, so I was like, okay, I understand you, and I immediately said okay. As my throat was getting worse and worse, I realized that it is not about new contents. I need to find more ways to burst out this information out there, but I do not want to take anybody's help, because Shanishwara, within Kali Purusha's design, Shanishwara is a very powerful deity. And you know how to please him? Start from zero. Do not walk into studio to studio. If you want, see, what goes up very fast will come down very fast, and it will become smaller and smaller. People will become bored of it. But you know what organically grows? Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsa has taught me very clearly that it has to grow organically. You go root to root to root, street to street, screen to screen, little by little, put the effort, because Kali Purusha cannot manipulate effort. If somebody calls upon Devi and puts effort from the zero, Kali Purusha has no play there. So I said, I will now little by little put the shots which will drag these people who are so completely into physicality, and little by little bring them onto the channel and allow them to see her. I am also planning to start a small WhatsApp group wherein I would like to invite people who would like to get access to these short clips. Start your own Instagram pages in her name, be it Adya Kali, be it Kali Putra, but it has to be this Vigraham. Okay, that has to be the main DP, and the idea is to bring more and more of people into this specific ideology that without a middleman, without an agent, without going to any places, I will bring Bhairava within me as a pedestal and place Devi within. This is the whole idea. Bhairava Kalike Namostute. Through Bhairava, we attain Ma Kali. This is the whole intent and purpose of this Sampradaya, and it is after the golden age of Kali Yuga, taking Sri Krishna as the Guru. As he plays the flute, we type and we go higher. As Kali Yuga progresses, we will ensure that the fifth head of Bhairava rises higher and higher. Till we are there, we will do it. So I want a set of people to walk into and volunteer. I will create that group. When even the people who simply watch the videos and just are timelining or tagging this minute to this minute is good content, we will be able to project something that will bring these people who are completely stuck in the maze of algorithms, maze of content creation with AI generated images, where Nothing is talking to their jiva anymore. It's pure physicality. If you go to certain organizations, I'm seeing that they are switching off the lights and creating a sound effect, trying to physically make them understand spirituality. But spirit, nobody's addressing the spirit. What is the spirit? Every one of us is different. One of us wants to travel all over the world. The other one wants to sit and in the same sofa for the whole day. The other one wants to take pleasure in drinking. The other wants to take pleasure in just sitting in a bus stand and watching the world go by. Every one of them has a spirit that is perfect embodiment of the karma. You cannot say that because this person is like this person is like this, they will not fit into my sampradaya. No. The fifth head of Brahma, you no longer go by the designs of what the other four heads said, because Bhairava has very clearly said that, see, you have become so arrogant and so lost that you think that only if as per this design, your designs only will lead to Devi. No. Bhairava says that in every human being, in every facet of life itself, there is prana, and every one of them has spirituality. It is there in the small boy who is repairing the puncture in the roadside shop. It is there in every church in Sunday. It is there in every place of worship. There is also asuras. But there is also divinity. Every spirit matters. The most niche thought process somebody carries is also an embodiment of the karma, and they are meant to do a lot of things so that karma is and the designs of dharma are kept intact. So we have to build that state of mind when we bring Devi home without fearing her. We have to remove all these thugs and thieves who have been portraying her as an unhinged creature who cannot be envisioned in the house. You will not stand a second if you debate with me. I can walk into any sampradaya, you will not stand a debate. You might defeat me in mugging up and having many lines of strotas and ashtakams by heart, but you will not be able to debate merely by, if you just give me 100 names of Sahasranamavali, I will prove where she stands. Left, right and center, you will not even know from where I will get out and get in. So, but of course, I have not mugged up the ashtakams and srotams because I do not portray and I do not fall into that set of people who keeps lineages above actual spirit. So, I want you all to get into a group, start your own Instagram pages, let each of you have one. It's absolutely fine. What do? We put and propagate these small messages, because as I have got certain Nimitthas which generally indicate that either I will be physically not be present, say after 5 to 6 years, or it could also mean that I would not be accessible after 5 to 6 years, because even today it's a struggle for me to have a conversation with human beings. It is something I very clearly envisioned, and I have got multiple Nimitthas for it. So by that time, there should be so much of content that anybody born 25 years later also should not have a minute of clue. It should not be stuck while we'll be visiting a Shakti Pitha and somebody simply holds a hand and says that I find something very special in this boy, so I'm going to give you a mantra, come, and he gets fooled. Somebody texted me yesterday saying that I consider you my guru, however I went to Kamakya and took an initiation now, and they are saying that you should not do Bhairava sadhana. Sacrifice his throat for hours. And I've said that Bhairava is the base where you seat Devi. If somebody is saying that, then you're asking me for Upadesha. See, at this state in my journey, I will not be able to counter Upadesha for you. That will lead me to karma of that bloodline. If he is from a specific bloodline, I do not know what sort of karma it will put on me, and I cannot jeopardize the mission. The mission is the rise of Kali. We have to bring back Kali, that she is not an unhinged creature that should be left in the smashana. She is everything. You yourself are headed. There is only one destination that is confirmed for you, then that's the smashana. And yet you say that Smashana is the most dirtiest place. Smashana is for the people who are unfit. Oh, this is nonsense and unfit. Unfit to even be calling themselves spiritualist. They are not spiritualists, they are physicalists. They are dressed, they are actors. If you do not understand Kalika, you are an actor. Portraying yourself as a spiritual being, you are not even a physicalist, you are acting, you are not even true to your own birth design. You have just put the robes and you are pretending to be something you are not. You are an actor. There are 5-6 years left. Let us break this all down. Please get into groups. because many people are sending me these clips, some people are able to only put the timer, some are able to actually cut down on these clips. I want you to put the Insta in her name, start these profiles, and let's propagate left, right and center. Let people understand that Devi is not an unhinged creature that you cannot invite into your house. You are Devi, or an embodiment of Devi. She is in, go through her name, Srotaswati. She is the veins, she is the ripple on the water, she is the thought. She is the one who creates a situation so that you understand and do something. She is everything. They are telling you this is Kali Purusha's design, that you should go out of her path. The Sampradayas that say that if you are not born into this specific design, if you are low born, you are unfit to call upon Devi. Let us break it down. Let us break down this mindset wherein, let us say, Mahadeva does not move. It is the projection of Devi as Mahadeva, Linga Rupini. You know, the projection of the Shiva Linga itself, to bring Shiva and seat him. If you do the Prana Pratishtha of Mahadeva, and if he has to sit down in the form of the Lingam, it is Devi who has sat down there. Mahadeva does not move. People are saying that Mahadeva is the greatest dancer, he is dancing. It is Devi who is dancing. Mahadeva's ideology of Mahadeva itself is unmoving. Devi has to project an Asura. Devi has to draw out his energy and create. All Devi, whenever she creates a situation where she is a victim, she is drawing out energy from Mahadeva and getting something done. So today, I will be doing that, and today's subject is Nimitha Shastra, Trikaal. What is Trikaal? Past. You can easily understand your past. I've asked you to understand the past of your bloodline itself, where you simply sit and meditate for some time. Just, if you're not able to break down on anything to do with your bloodline, the least you can do is sit down and just visualize that relative, that grandmother, that grandfather. If you by any chance you are lucky enough that they spoke something about their grandfather and grandmothers, visualize that also. That is all you need to do. It is a bija, it is a seed that I am asking you to open. You are not getting initiated by any external human being. It is in your blood. In your blood lies the greatest sadhaka, greatest upasakas, who will laugh at these so-called realized beings walking around in Mahakumbh, living for 10 days in Mahakumbh and calling themselves realized. They are not even begun spirituality, they are acting. Anybody who's come here asking me for Jnana, I do not want you to act. Your spirituality says that I should go to Spain, I should go to Dubai, I should go to Canada, I should go to South Africa, I should make this money. Do it while taking Devi with you. She is the one who created South Africa. She is the one who created Kedarnath. She is the one who has created Sri Lanka. She is the one who has created Dakar. She is the one who has created a business place for you to do business, pay taxes. Everything is created by her, even the Kali Purusha is her creation, and she brings everything to a climax and says that yes, the grand show is now ending. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's finish it off. And then when she completes everything, she takes the entire bhasma. 3 main skulls will be there. Maheshwara, Mahavishnu and Brahma. The entire bhasma of the entire kalpa. She will run towards Mahadeva and drop it on him. It will fall on him. That is the end. So, Nimitha Shastra, Trikaal. You are aware of the past. Meditate on the faces of your relatives. At least if you can if you're not able to break down the exact what happened in their life, you're not able to break that down, that's fine. At least meditate on their faces. Okay? That is the least that you can do. Present. Meditate on every incident that is happening to you, but it should always be the clock. It starts at 12. By the time you're reaching 10, you should come to the deity. Surrender to her. Because she is a creator of everything. She is, for our imagination and extent of our imagination, Shiva is Devi. Because the actual Sadashiva state is an unmoving mass of bhasma. And you cannot meditate on bhasma alone, right? Because you're still alive in the body. So past is done. Meditate on the previous generation's trauma, generation's pain, generation's face. Meditate on that. That is enough. That will simply break down the inside the bloodline. Wherever there is a trauma, it will begin to open within you, and without your own knowledge, you will attain peace. You will stop trying to run away from the body that is created through a bloodline. You will begin to accept the body. I am the perfect embodiment of my karma. I am the perfect visualized version that Devi created of my karma and dharma and kripa. Now Devi accelerate and take me higher. I accept everything of my past and my present. Till you do not accept this, the entire jnana of Nimitha Shastra does not open up to you. Trikaal, past, present, future. Examples. So today I decided that okay Devi, you send me the smart chaps who are doing all this, young blood. I'm not worried. If I have 5 to 6 years of life left, I will live like a king, talk about you all the time. Every year should be equal to 100 years so that I don't come back for 600, 700 years. You have to ensure this. I am very proud. Ha ha ha, done. Today morning, throat is paining very badly. Severe cold, phlegm within. And I'm like, okay Devi, since you have sent these people, I don't have to put the video today. I have timed and put a shot that will be released around 8 o'clock. Scheduled, done. Okay, done. I am just moving. Chuck. I placed my hand on the on the lamp and burned myself. This is not the first time that has happened. Before the Kolkata trip, I said that Devi, I'm not coming. Again, if I come, I am a hypocrite. I have said that you are here, then why should I come there? Devi said, you are not coming there to see me, right? So all these conversations are happening within me. It's not external, right? I talk to Devi within me. Hint for somebody. I am asking her, see, if you are in Kolkata, then what are you here? I already told everybody, declared also that then I am not making a poor example of myself by saying that you are not here and that you will not come if we call you. Then I am making a bad example. Okay Devi, this is like 2 days before Kolkata trip, okay? I will announce that I am cancelling it. I will apologize to everybody. I will pray for them. You also take care of it. Okay, done. Right? The lamp that is hanging there, it burnt a few of my hair. I'm like, I think I've completely burnt my hair off. I'm going and checking, not a single strand could be found that is burnt. However, it burnt and some hair was lying on the floor. So I'm like, this is Nimitha. This is how it happens. Now a very physical being will say, you went and dumped your head into that lamp and you're blaming Devi. No, these are things I've been doing for years. I do not go and burn myself. It is when you should be able to remove physicality out of it and put that exact moment. What was I doing? What was I thinking? When did it happen? For that, you need to embrace spirituality and reduce physicality, which is reacting physically analyzing it, saying that I do not go simply and put my head into the lamp every day. I don't. Then why did it happen? What was the reason why I had to go and burn my hair? Why did I fire? Accidents in the Garbhagriha has to be seen with great seriousness because it is the Devi communicating. That's how she communicates. Accidents in the Garbhagriha needs to be seen with great seriousness. Fire accidents are very serious. When some fool went and tried to put on the Mahakala, see Mahakala in Ujjain, we messed it up badly. As we went into Kali Yuga, 5,125 years, it is Mahakala in Ujjain. One of the last and most powerful kshetras, some idiot has gone and tried to put color powder on him. He sits there waiting for the Bhasma Arti from the Smashana, where even the ethereal beings are now finally, after 2,000 years of tapas, they are getting killed. For 2,000 years of servitude, the ethereal beings that do not even have a physical body are dying and coming as Bhasma and are being dumped on him. Some fool has tried to go and put color powder on him, and the entire Garbhagriha burst with the fire and the priest got burnt. How dare you? It is Devi who has projected and placed him there, and you fool, you're going and taking his temper. It is not Mahakala's temper. It is not Sadashiva's temper. He is unmoving. Whatever you do, even Kamadev himself could not wake him up. Right? So, like, you think a little bit of powder will wake him up. It is the Bhuta, Preta armies of Devi that have burnt the priests in that incident. Anyway, coming back to coming back to the subject, fire accidents in the Garbhagriha is direct communication from the Devaloka, Devi. So I also laughed and said, okay, since I was very smoothly going out of nowhere, I burnt my hand. I'm like, okay, I understand. It's not even there. I know you see nothing now, but it was a proper burn. I'm like, okay, understood. Today I'll put this video. Lot of videos, so much of content. So every Sunday come and put it till, I don't know. Finally she says, okay, enough. Now get out, run away. Come come into absolute silence somewhere, don't meet anybody. That day will come and then I will not put anything anymore. So it is coming fast. So burn ho gaya. So okay, I thought, okay, Nimitha, let's address Nimitha, because all of these children, I have spoken to them about understanding the present life, how you will be non-reactive to the physical being, placing yourself higher and realizing why your office problem comes, why a business problem comes. You'll understand why it is happening and you'll be non-reactive. Why do we say that? It is to shut down physicality. Kali Purusha cannot operate in spirituality. He can only operate in physicality, because physicality, yuga, is a physical entity. The yuga, the sun has reduced. I'm very sad. The sun is moving. I hope it comes back again. She gives me a little bit of light. It is the sun that empowers me, Anyway, the yuga itself is a physical entity. So as you progress, as you realize and break down your daily life itself into threads, there are nimittas that is being placed to now give you the third dimension of your bodily existence on this yuga, that is the future. Trikaal. Past, present, future. The three trident, 1, 2, 3. Future. How do you analyze the future? It is the present. You sitting here, who is the master of both. Now, as you go into sadhana, the longer one, with this, you analyze the entire generational trauma and the past of your bloodline, the past of your daily life. Why that happened? What was the message in that? At the same time, you need to analyze your future. So, let's get into a real life example with my beloved Shishya. The video was brewing in my mind, however, I had decided to not put it and got burnt yesterday. But yesterday itself, I was watching all the Nimitthas coming up where she's giving me more and more instances of this specific subject that needs to be addressed, because all of you are surrendering and asking, I don't know how to judge my future. Tell me, give me some signs. Here I give you some signs. This is how it works. Silencing yourself is the most important thing. So my Shishya walks up to me and says that I am applying for a specific job in a specific place. That while trying to influence a little bit of that interview process, I have contacted somebody. They said that they are not the right person and you can try and contact somebody else who's their boss of the person that this fellow has contacted. So the person he is already contacting is itself as a very high level in that corporate where he's working. On top of that, there's an extremely high level board level member. He has given that he's a good chap, you can contact him. Now, break it down. My specific upadesha to this Shishya is that you never take shortcuts in your life, because you come to a state where you've taken a lot of shortcuts. Your mind is like quite sharp, and even if a small job is put in front of you, your mind is able to think on how to move it off, how to take it to a different tray. All this ability is within you and you have been using it to your benefit. However, since you have now come into the path of sadhana, you should stop it immediately and allow Devi to put specific hurdles and specific issues in your life that will prolong your suffering a little bit, but she will get you something extraordinary, but you have to allow her to burn all the shortcuts that you took. So I told him, I personally don't think this is the right way to do it, but let's see. Later we went for lunch, me and the Shishya. Devi has been very beautifully giving me subjects to address, give you examples in this video itself, because I'm not able to entire history of my life. I'll have so much of Nimitha as an example, but nothing is coming into my mind. There are one immediately she has put in my head. I'll talk about that also. Let's go. So me and the Shishya are sitting down for lunch. We order in Tamil Nadu. The most common lunches will be the veg meals, right? We've ordered that, and the waiter has brought both of our plates. In that he has kept 3 appalams. Appalam, papad, big one. That is very common in Tamil Nadu. 3. So each meal gets 1 appalam, right? But he has kept 3. One is supposed to go to some other table that has ordered an extra appalam. So it is not meant for us. So he places my plate, gives me my appalam. On his plate there are 2 appalams. Okay, and then he's about to take it. My Shishya says, no. Once it is kept, it is mine only. And he takes one appalam and he laughs and he holds the appalam in his hand. He has not seen that the server is also laughing and he has taken the appalam that is already in his plate away, which means he's still having only 1 appalam. What is the meaning of this incident? My Shishya has completely missed it also. He very happily thinks that the other appalam is still there. However, the server has taken away that appalam and this appalam he's keeping it back. After finishing the meal, that entire appalam only he realized that, he's asking me, that other one he took, is it? Yeah, I said, yes, he took. And then I called him and we ordered 2 more extra appalams. What has happened? When he tried to break down the threads of karma, when he tried to break down the threads of the daily life, Devi has very clearly told him that if you try to be smart, I will still bring you back to 0 only. You are having one appalam, you are meant to have that one appalam. You got the appalam, but you very smartly said that I will take both, but the server has taken your actual appalam and gone away. You have not even seen that. So he is missing the signs that say that he should wait. He should not take additional efforts to break down the designs of karma and gain control of the situation. He should allow it to flow. That message he has missed. I did not advise him on this. However, I was laughing and thinking that, see, while he thought that this one appalam is mine, and he just took it. He's laughing, and the server is also laughing. But he has taken the other appalam. He has not even realized this appalam. He places back very happily. He's looking at this appalam only. The one that he has protected. He thinks that, yes, now I have kept this safe. He has not checked whether the other one is there, which is the actual one that he was supposed to get. So the moment you try to, at this stage in his life and his age, if he tries to manipulate even little bit, he will go back to zero, because it is completely karma. He is not above his karma yet. See, in the state of moving from upasana to sadhana, sadhana to tapasya, you will find that from sadhana, 80% of the sadhana stage, if you are able to reach itself, you are more or less, karma is here and you are somewhere here or at least equal to it. But this sadhaka is not equal to it yet. He still has lot of karmas left. He has daughters who have also brought in his karma, he has wife, family, friends, many of this is pending for him. He is unable to manipulate the designs of the threads of the karma. That is a message. You take away the apple, the sunlight is back. You take away the appalam and think that you have saved one appalam, I'll take away the actual one. So what does he do? He just needs to flow and let things happen. He has to become the witness. That is what the Nimitha talks here. The Nimitha says that if he tries to be over smart and takes control of any situation around him now, he will lose what he already has and still be back to zero. Absolutely nothing can be manipulated by him right now. I am just thinking, what a beautiful way that she has shown this. He has not yet seen that. Okay. But finally, after finishing that appalam, only he is searching. So one more thing, you are so blinded right now within the Prakriti that you are not even seeing that. As you are trying to check where all I can manipulate and get through, you are losing what you have already gained. It could be kripa, it could be your life, it could be your family, it could be a job, anything. You might lose a hold on what you already have in hand. Stick to where you are and be sincere. This is the message she has given. Beautiful Nimitha. Okay, we start and I say that, okay, drop me here, and we are going. While going, I found this regular route that is there. Regular route, same distance. I told him, take this right. No, we'll go like this, he said. And the route that he took was full of traffic, extending our journey by almost 15 minutes, full of pollution, standing in the traffic, in the heavy sunlight. Again, he ignored my simple message. So again, his physicality has taken over to such an extent that now he is no longer even able to say that the one who asked to take the right is the Guru. Physicality is speaking out. Physical body is speaking. Kali Purusha is taking over. Even the Guru's voice is not heard by him. If he had taken that right, we would have reached much earlier. There are other ways to look at this too, but in his case, with the double whammy, within 1 hour, back to back, the signs have come. Your own mind is purely physical right now. You are not allowing the sadhana to guide you. Prakriti is giving you enough messages, but you are so completely within your own designs, you are not able to see that you are completely getting screwed. Stop it and listen. Directions are coming. Don't try to be over smart even for a single minute. It will immediately prolong your suffering by every minute of over smartness. This example is for the specific Shishya. Okay, not for everybody. But in this case, every minute of over smartness where you try to break down something and think that in spite of a clear sign that you should take this path or that path, you are getting screwed. It is increasing 15 more days, 15 more years, who knows, 15 more lives. Be careful. Let the events unfold. This is also there in the sadhana path itself. Physically stop trying to understand things. Physically stop trying to control things and take it. Read the Nimithas. It was quite simple in the way in which I said that this is how you should go, but he did not take it. He tries to take an extra appalam. He doesn't even realize. This is the more beautiful part. Not that the server took it and he immediately realized that it's gone. No, he did not even realize that the other one is gone. So the more you try to take control of the situation by thinking of yourself as very smart, Prakriti is very beautiful, because tune sadhana kiya hai. There are some things that you have asked her to take control of. When you have said him, Swarna Krishna Bhairava, to take control of some of the things, why are you then trying to take control? You are here and he is at the end of Kali Yuga already. He for you, your life and your next few goals is nothing. He's just seeing everything and you are not allowing him to guide you. Nimitha Shastra is silence. When silence comes, the signs and the omens will begin to open up in such a way. But if you are not silent and if you are still a physical being, worried about what others are thinking about you, what is the image you have, who you are, how brainy you are, what is your experience, done, khatam. Your sadhana is khatam. Nimitta Shastra was what allows you to move into the Trikaal. Past, you can sit and think back. Even your bloodline, you can break it down. Even if you don't know anything, even if you're a complete orphan also, if you beg to her, she might open it up for you. It's a blessing. If you know your grandmother and grandmother's mother and all, if you know, if you have their faces or photos, you're very blessed. Even if you don't have that, you probably 2 more years, 3 more years later it will be, but you will get there. Your own aham, you know everything about you. Nimitta Shastra, this is what this opens up to you and gives you projections as you gain the siddhi of reading future, but continuously talking about what happened 10 days back, continuously talking about what is happening in your life, and then I did this, and I did that. Silence. Continuous conversation is a sign of absolute destruction of sadhana. You're enjoying your mouth moving, continuous. I've seen sadhakas who cannot stop talking. And they talk about other human beings, their careers. Stop it. You are a sadhaka, your career and your body does not exist. Disassociate from your body. Physicality se upar utho, spirituality ko haath mein le lo. Trikaal Darshi is the one. It is to become Bhairava itself, but you are not allowing this thing to happen. This will be the most difficult part for you to get into in Bhairava sadhana. This and this is fine. Ye kaise aayega? Future. This is future. Which side she is holding the sadhaka? Even if you have the khadga and the trishula also, ultimately this is the side. Your future kahan pe hai bhai? But you are continuously conversing. The more you converse, the lesser is the likelihood that you will progress. I am extremely non-conversant. Very difficult for you to make me talk too much, because I am observing everything. So this beautiful thing, and as soon as we reached back, I did not give him, because Prakriti has very clearly indicated that he has done a few mistakes, which is now going to elongate his path. So through this video, he will understand, because right Upadesha I can only give from the Garbhagriha. So I told him, some decisions that you think are going to make more sense to you are actually going to be counterproductive. The Guru's words you are not able to take in properly. Your sadhana's effects for you to do the third, tried and carved, third one, future, Trikaal, third one is blocking. You are unable to go through it. Think and act. Silence yourself. All of you, not just this Shishya, so many of you continuously you cannot hear yourself. You cannot see why a crow is sitting in a specific place. Why? So you are surrounded by so many crows that your karma is now picking up and telling you that Shanishwara is coming for his account. Why the crow is a Vahana? Why Dhomavati ka Vahana is the crow? And why she sits in an ancient chariot, golden chariot, however she is dressed as a Vriddha? Because the greatest knowledge, Jnana, is in the Vriddha. That is also a name of Kali. Did you hear the lizard? Another Nimitta Shastra. Dhomavati sits on, okay, let me go deeper. Dhomavati sits in the golden chariot because your entire kripa, all of you running around saying, I want Diksha, give me Diksha. Are yaar, your blood and the birth that you took in this karma bhumi, you are Dikshit. The one that you're going to go and say that now you are my guru, you're going to a weakling who makes no sense but has mugged up of a few mantras, you're going and telling him, Are, give me Diksha, you have connected to a lower source. Look at me, I'm saying this, I could be in serious trouble, but anybody who thinks that they're going to pull me down should zoom the screen towards this side. Very difficult to pull me down. My words will be there long after I'm gone. It will get a lot of people. You are blood. Dhumavati, the Vriddha that sat in the golden throne, in which also sat a symbol of Shanishwara, of pending karmas, finish off the karmas, go to the Vriddha, break down and get into the Dikshit blood that runs in your veins. कामाख्या चले गए थे, वहाँ पे एक बंदे से मिले हम और हमने उपदेश ले लिया है. Now he says to go, not go to Bhairava. But you called me the Guru. And I said, go to Bhairava, come to the fifth head. But why did you go and take Diksha? Why did you take Diksha? I am telling you, Ma Dhumavati, who sits in the royal chariot, is your bloodline. The Vriddha opens the path to your bloodline, my dearest, lovely baby. Listen, yaar, listen. The Vriddha opens the bloodline. She has the crow, who is the greatest, the accountsman of the entire creation itself, Shanishwara's Vahana, because once you start reaching, at least your karma is here, getting closer. Finally, when you reach here is when you begin to go and understand Ma Dhumavati, who will open up the entire path to you. I want initiation. Give me Diksha. Diksha le liya. Your blood you are thrown down the streets and you are connected to some clown. Of course, if you have found a good guru, then yes, you are lucky. Ho jayega. But what is the likelihood that this guru even wants to meet people? I am telling you right now, meeting people is a pain for me. If you think I am a little bit genuine, let's say you consider me this much genuine, I am telling you right now that I do not want to meet people. Good gurus cannot be even met, nor will they give Diksha for money. No. I will say, okay, you want to give me Diksha, do one thing. You want to take Diksha from me, I will tell you, give my cows food, clean my cow shed, because Kali Purusha operates through money. Money to plenty de diya hai unhone. You feed my cows, I will say. You're taking this Upadesha from me, feed my cow, because they are living, breathing Amshas of Mahadeva and Devi. They will digest everything for me as I yap around with my mouth. However, Dhumavati, the crow, please understand, it's in your blood. Diksha chahiye. I am seeing so many young chaps getting wavered and misled. Remember your blood, remember your past. You are not born in some other race wherein you have not yet come here. You have already come here. Your bloodlines that she has now put you into, she has purposely placed you into these bloodlines where you are having the right karma. This is his karma. His karma is ABCD. Okay, this bloodline there is ABCD. Put him there. Let him burn it and then take it. Ma, she's lovely. Who is about Devi? She's an unhinged creature that can only be seen in a smashana. A foolish guy, that's why you're wearing a robe. I'm wearing a t-shirt and talking about her. I don't keep an image. So, silence. Embrace silence. Watch what your boss is talking to you. Watch as your mother is talking to you. Watch as your father is giving you some signs. Think. If none of it is working and you're planning some big thing in your life and you want some help from them, use the Shakti of your sadhana, go to your deity and take a sankalp saying that in the next 11 days, as I come to you more and more doing this mala for so many times, as I silence my mind, please tell me the answers. And how do you take that sankalpa? How do you do each mala? Let's say that you are going to apply for ABCD job. How do you take it now? Bhairava at the 12 or Devi at 12? Apply for the job, Bhairava. Apply for the job. Om Bhairavaya Namah. Do it like that. Train your mind. And then, when you open your eyes and you're walking around the streets, don't be in a foolish state where you continue to talk about some clown somewhere. He was my super boss, he's my ex-boss. Arey bhai, kuch nahi hai wo sab. It's Maya. Look at the world, what is happening in front of you. Is somebody giving you direct messages? Directly people will come and say that, I think we should not do that. They'll say, what are you talking about? Then they'll say some other subject. But the crux there was we should not do that. Let me tell you, okay, story number 2. This story is of another person who I have been guiding, but they do not know that I am actually guiding them. I was just putting some of my, little bit of Shakti and letting this person open up beyond their ability, because this person has so much of depth within them, they not even know. So I was just putting some Shakti and I was making them talk. They didn't even realize, and they started revealing some of their greatest traumatic episodes. So what happened is, during Corona, this specific chap, he was supposed to be stuck in some 2,000 kilometers away from his hometown, which is Chennai. And he was working in a metro city or in some other place in the country. He had his laptop is all he needed as he worked for this corporate, and his entire work was in the laptop only. So this fellow used to try and apply whenever the government used to open up the ticket booking and flights and all used to get open up. He used to book the ticket, and unfortunately 3 times it got cancelled, and he was at his wit's end. Corona placed many of us into tamas, and it was meant to be. You were supposed to suffer and sit in specific places. Corona was an accelerator of tamas before Devi's arrival. She did it on purpose. Many of us were free because our karmas were free. Many of us suffered and broke down and got destroyed because acceleration of karma. But around now, be happy that she still decided that you are enough now, you can grow higher, you can watch such channels and grow higher. Now this fellow, at that time, is pure physical being, his Kula Deva is Karupaswami. Okay? After 3 times of extension of the lockdown, this fellow got so frustrated, he's surviving on Maggie. He was meant to survive on Maggie only. Instant noodles. Because everything was shutting down. He's going mad in his hostel. He wants to go home and spend time with his family. However, unfortunately, he had 3 to 4 more weeks of living in that hostel. Now he tries to undo it. Nimitthas are very clear. Continuously everything is getting cancelled. Every time he's applying for pass, nobody's giving it to him. Finally the website opens. He puts his scooter number. Imagine this. He didn't have a car at that time. He puts his second-hand 10-year-old Suzuki Access is the scooter. He puts that in the car column. He puts a scooter's number, and he gets the pass, and the pass is fake, of course, because he has lied in it, right? He has broken down the Prakriti's niyamas. Do not lie ever, and do not try to take shortcuts as sadhaka. Trust me, she will open up something major for you. Just don't take shortcuts. So he has put it, and now he is very happily at the morning break of morning 3 a.m. she has started. His 10-year-old scooter, he cannot even cross 50, and he has to travel almost 1,600, 1,700 kilometers. He keeps on going as he finally checkpoint pass kare, finally reaches Karnataka. 2 hours the cops made him stand there and cry because he is not letting them through. One more friend is also there who's in a bike that can hit 100 kilometers per hour, but this fellow is only can travel at 50 kilometers per hour. So every time that friend is somehow reaching ahead, he has to wait there for this guy because he's taking this guy's karma also, right? So now he's like 2 hours, 3 hours, each state ke border pe he's crying and crying. Itna tears are rahe, people are not letting him go. Finally they said that through main road and all, we cannot let you go because this pass means you'll have to get quarantined. Please go back to your house in Maharashtra, they say. House in the sense your job, we will not let you pass. So no other go he has to come to the forest to avoid 3 more weeks of quarantine. Only 3 more weeks it was there. After that the flights were open. So he didn't know that, right? He thought that uncertainty tha uske karma mein. There was a karma wherein he was supposed to be uncertain. If he eat very stale food, probably he was supposed to invoke his Kuladeva and sit there in tamas. But physicality, we tend to break down our tamas, and we tend to think of tamas as suffering, and we've tried to find ways out of it. So this finally he's traveling through forests, mud, trying to escape the highway, cops and all. Because he's a very dignified chap, but he has no other go. He has been put into the state. He's struggling. Finally, like how much can you cover at 50 kilometers per hour in a scooter, 10-year-old scooter, which is, he has not even serviced it properly because now there are mechanics, shops are also closed, right? Somehow he's traveling, going through villages, begging people. There are no shops, he had to beg for food. There is no place to clean himself. He had to use he had no restroom facilities. He has to do it in the open in forests. Imagine his situation. There is nobody on the highways, no food. He's without food for 2.5 days. He was without food till he reached his house. He is sleeping at the side of the highway. Luckily for him, his the Kuladeva, though he is aware that this fellow is breaking karmic niyams, kept him safe. Karpaswami kept him safe. So what happened? struggling, living like an animal for 2 days. At this point, he's starting to having hallucinations. He's just going like this and like this, and the scooter is so weak, and there is no traffic, and that specific highway is so open with paddy fields on both sides. The wind will be so high that he's finding that his scooter is getting pushed into the tires of these big trucks and lorries. He's crying now and driving, crying. Finally, after 2.5 days of suffering, he reaches his home, broken, destroyed, just collapses in his bed and just comes to terms with the reality. So just 3 more or 4 more weeks of comfortably sitting in loneliness, not having anybody to talk to, absolute state of disarray that karmically he was meant to have, and he was 3 times his flight got postponed because of the lockdown extensions. He was very clearly being told him to sit down there, but he broke through and broke down that niyama and tried to escape while invoking the nama of his Kuladeva and got destroyed for 2.5 days, but somehow reached back. This is a very beautiful example of how when the Prakriti tells you that now I have placed you here, let organic openings come through. Don't try something inorganic. Inorganic, which means when the person is trying to call his super boss to get an interview through. When somebody is trying to take you are not having a car or a scooter that it was never given to you in such a way, nor was it made it accessible to you to comfortably reach that place, which means inorganic way to try kar raha hai. This person, if he had access to a good car which could take him all the way till Chennai from that 1800, 1600 kilometers, he would not suffer at all. All it will take is like 15-16 hours of comfortable drive, right? Comfortable. कुछ भी नहीं होगा. He'll be happy the entire trip. लेकिन क्या हुआ? It was not given to him. So inorganic way. So Nimitha Shastra gives you this also. If Nimitthas are opening up, you'll also find that an organic way opens up. You will be saying you have to be stable and silent to such an extent that you find the organic thing coming, you're going to grab it. You inorganically, which makes no sense, your mind is also telling you it makes no sense. Yes, it also leads there, but that is not what you should. You are breaking down the karmic descents and forcefully taking a physicality. Nimitha Shastra should be at that state of silence where the sadhana takes you to a higher state wherein you now are floating above and saying that if I do this, I'll go there, if I do that, I'll go there. What if that Shishya who wanted a job somewhere else and that person who is much levels higher had walked into his cabin one day and spoken to him and said that I actually had this, I was just here, I just need some favor, can you do all this to me? That is an organic placement of that person in your life. Inorganic is when you are purposely trying to break down the niyamas and go and trying to influence something for a physical being. That's fine because somewhere else karma will break him. However, you are in the protection of a guru. You have got into a guru and taken his prana. Even if you have done 3 months of sadhana only, the guru has done many thousand years of sadhana. He's unlocked the bloodlines also. He's also in touch with all sorts of Divya Purushas and Samadhis. Then you will find that Nimitthas show up. My other Shishya could not understand why the appalam that he thought he was protecting, the other one is gone. Prakriti is telling him, Mare bacche, thoda to dekh le. So much Devi loves this Shishya that she showed this in front of me only. Because I had asked her, she is asking me that he wants to talk there. Is it right, ma? Tell me. She is showing me signs out of signs, but my Shishya is not yet evolved enough to understand that. I told him, I hope he takes it. Anyway, through this video, 100% he'll understand that. The other fellow who I'm guiding him without his own knowledge, simply because he asked me spiritual advice, however, I have not revealed myself as this is my history, as a batta, as a garbhagriha. I have not given him a lot of things, but he specifically talks about my bull and all that. So I take that as a nimitta. I know many things I observe. You know, if I am an observer, I am a witness, that you will find that I am an absolute witness. I will observe so many things that nobody has to come and ask me specifically. Somebody need not ask that, can you give me a mantra? Can you give me an upadesha? These words are not required. This fellow is continuously asking about Karupan. And what was his Kuladeva's name? Karupan. I understood, okay, iske andar kuch hai, and I gave him the Upadesha. That do not try to break down what that is karmically stopping you. Look upon, look around and understand organically if that is showing up. Organically, if somebody had told him that my car is lying there, I need to bring it to Chennai, you are also there, why don't you apply a pass and bring my car also and you can give to me, I will also be very happy, I will give you 50% of the diesel also. If he had said that, that is an organic nimitta placed in this guy's life which says that he should break down the niyama and travel to Chennai. But what he did, nothing is showing up. He is being placed there. Be there. Tamas hai tere karma mein. That tamas, which was 3 more weeks of suffering in that room, opposed to absolutely almost dying. He's crying in the entire streets as he's driving because winds are pushing him into the lorry's tire. Karupaswamy is taking care of him. Finally, he invoked Karupan's name, my bull's name. I understood that, okay, Nimitha, that I should use a story here to teach you guys. Read Nimitthas. A sadhaka cannot behave like a physical being at all. Trikaal Darshi. All of you have understood past to an extent. I've placed the bija in your blood. Meditate on your ancestors. Aa jayega. No need to do all these rituals. Meditate. Present. You know very well how to be a witness to your present surroundings. However, future ka bhi dikh raha hai. Tell your deity, take a sankalpa. That's a big decision coming up. Is that the right girl for me? Is that the right boy for me? Is that the right alliance for me? Is that the right job for me? Is that the right stream of education for me? Is that anything to do with your future? Break it down by taking a sankalpa for 11 days. Place the deity at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Wish like this, touch the deity. Wish like this, touch the deity. Wish like this, touch the deity. Always keep the Manasik Guru or the physical guru close at hand. Don't get wavered and go to some physical places to search for this one. I heard that nowadays all over internet people are talking about going to the Himalayas for attainment of enlightenment. Arey bhai, Himalayas will come to you. Himalayas was made by Devi. This Garbhagriha also was made by Devi. What enlightenment is there? Just like that, she'll give it to you here. Please stop thinking of her as so weak. That is a problem. You guys do not understand how powerful she is. She can bring Himalayas to you. Why are you going there? Okay. Trikaal Darshi Bano. Learn to break down that which is organically coming and presenting in front of you. If you are lucky, your guru might guide you. If you are not lucky, unfortunately, by Kalu Purusha design, this video should guide you. Break down that which is organically showing up. Break down that which is inorganically you yourself are pushing and trying to convince yourself. Give many chances of this to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll continuously give you. Mainly Madhya and Bhairava. That they'll keep on communicating because these two deities are beyond the designs of Brahma and Prakriti itself. Bhairava has already said that by fifth head, none of Brahma's rules apply there. Then why you think that it will come in? You cannot read. You can read right from being stopped and getting stuck in a traffic jam because a vehicle got broke down there. Immediately think, what is that big journey or that big decision that you are searching for? Is this an indicator? Ma, give me more signs. Talk to your deity. Talk to them. They are giving everything right in front of you. Why would you not read? Trikaal Darshi Bano. Be the master of your past, present. Present means body itself, the yantra. You have to become the yantra. And then you will master the future also. What is future? Future births. But when you sit in the smashana, you should be able to take control of it. Trikaal Darshi. Himalayas. Assam. In the deepest forest of Cambodia. This Garbhagriha where she has seated me in the asana, everything comes here. I go nowhere, and that is what I want to teach you also. So please, regarding the Instagram, I want people to get in touch with me who will be okay to get into a group. As and when everyone sends me all this, I'll put it into that group. Please open multiple profiles. Ask Devi if you are meant to do it. If she says yes, this itself is a Nimitha. A sudden urge, yes, I want to do this. That urge itself is a Nimitha. Take it up and do it. Let us spread her name. बहुत time नहीं है. Let people know that Devi can be brought home and she is not an unhinged creature who will simply destroy your life. अरे भाई सब भी स्मशानी जा रहे हैं. Let us also manipulate the Trikaal, the future, the next birth also. Let's start manipulating. You know, she has the ability. She's telling you can do it. Bhairava, you are so afraid. How can you take the name of Bhairava and Bhayapaha? How can you take these two names and say that you're afraid of the future, afraid of the smashana, afraid of this, afraid of this? Can I call her home? You are connecting to the nasty lies that is being spewed by these industrialists and capitalists masquerading as spiritualists. They are thugs and thieves who say that Devi cannot be brought home without their permission. I'm telling you, Devi can be brought home. She will come. listen to your blood. There are great spiritualists who are exceptional sadhakas, who had proper initiation of even more exceptional sadhakas in your blood. Dhumavati ko invoke karo. Who is Dhumavati? You don't have to do her mantra sadhana, man. Even if you do it exceptional good, Adhya hi hai, Vriddha Mata bhi hai. All her Shastra Namavali ke names hai. Vriddha Mata. Everything is her. Bala. Sab kuch. Young girl. Matured woman. Old woman. Mother of the old woman, which means she is the mother of Dhumavati itself. And where does she sit? Royal chariot. What does royal chariot mean? With royal chariot without a horse, which means that as future comes, all of us will forget our bloodlines and we will stop believing our bloodlines. That is why Dhumavati's chariot is not moving. Indicator, karma. If you're below karma, you will not be able to even see these videos. It might be seen after 100 years. Break it down and take it away from this channel. All of you take it away from this channel. But I want all of you to start, because Shanishwara's niyama is that we should start from one space. That is why I want a group, and from that group all of you start your own profiles in the name of Kali. Adhya Kali, Vigraham has to be this, Kali Putra, however you want, you do it. Put these shots, let more people come. There is suffering, misery. People are now no longer able to associate with their fathers and mothers. They are sitting in remote corners in depression, unable to take control of the people around them, unable to know how to manipulate the atmosphere around them. The people who are selfish and making, organization is trying to pull them down. 2-3 people together are trying to pull them down in workspaces, and all sort of familial groups, they are getting destroyed. These are the sons and daughters of who are embodying procedural collapse, sons and daughters of Mahadhya, and they have to be protected. And we will do it. Bhairava Kalike, Namostute. Om Namo Bhairavaya, Om Namo Bhairavaya. Jai Madhya, Jai Madhya, Jai Madhya.